Everybody, we haven't done a video for quite a while. I just wanted to let you know, sort of talk about what's happening this time of the year. In the summertime, everybody thinks we must probably really quiet, but this is the time. It's actually a really busy time for us because this is the time that we create and sculpt and prune our trees, which basically means when we create a new tree, the way that our trees look. So we spend the whole summer. We've got sort of a routine from the early summer where we do the crown lifting on the smaller trees to help them with the transplant shaft. Then we do some canopy pruning after that first flush, and then we carry on. Once we've done that, then we go back to the crown lifting. So it's a really important time of the year for us. We in shorts and t-shirts, so everybody wants to be at newer trees in the summer. But it's actually really, really busy. I've always said that we've got two different nurseries. We've got a winter nursery where it's dark, it's raining, it's wet, and we are taking trees out, and it's a very active, kind of muddy kind of operation. And then we've got the summer nursery where obviously the trees are just in the ground, but that's when we do all our pruning, and it can be, quite intense heat sometimes, and there's a lot of trees to get through. We've got 11,000 ash trees. And that whole routine, we've now realized over the years of what to do when. So there is sort of quite a specific time limit, especially when it comes to the canopy pruning. All the trees are so different. Every single tree's got a different shape. And when you start looking around, you might realize it. But I have to literally go with every species with the guys, and we have to go through, okay, what do they want to look like? And then we decide on and what to do with them that year. But then the next variety is completely different again. There's a lot of thinking, and that whole creative process is very important this time of year, and this is when we create a new tree. So I just want to have a little talk about this specific growing season, because it's been extreme in a lot of ways, because we've had a really dry winter. None of our water tanks actually filled up. So the plants are really struggling. So if you've got trees in your garden that are not looking at their best, don't worry about it. As long as they've got some leaves on them, they're green and they're starting to look like they're going through autumn, it's fine this time of the year. They've gone through the burst of the summer. A lot of things are not looking at their best. We've seen it here in the nursery. We've seen, our fruiting stuff are fruiting a lot earlier than usual. I know people have noticed, like blackberries and apples and things are already ripe. We're making blackberry crumble in the beginning of August. So that shows that the trees are really struggling. They're going through a difficult time. So they're making their fruit. They want to get that, while they've still got energy left in them. So just remember that the trees are only reacting to the changing season. We normally just water a little bit in the beginning and then sort of reduce it, towards August time. But it's just been, the ground is so incredibly dry. So we are watering a lot more than we would normally do this time of the year. I just want to remind people that this time of the year in the summer, we obviously have trees available in the container area, as you can see behind me here, because we obviously can't dig up trees in the ground this time of the year. So that's why we containerize, a few of the sort of popular varieties, just so that people can have some things available if jobs need to carry on, because the trees won't be available until November from the ground. So you've got September, October months where these trees will still be available if jobs need to be planted up.